Right, let me see if you can hear me all good. I think you should be able to. Hang on. Yeah, perfect. Right. 2 seconds, we'll get going with it. But before I do start, I'd just like to say 15 people in here so far. Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest showing I have had in a good while. Of course, today I've heard that you guys don't have the best attendance, but you've given me the best attendance in the stream, I'll tell you that for free. So I do appreciate every single one of you being here, and of course for all the support. But if I can get my sound right, hang on. I do. Right then. And welcome along then for DCD. The stream is... just saw it lagging a bit there. I don't think it's going to do that again. But yeah, welcome along everybody to DCD, of course, which is a league that we all have got to love. It is a brilliant little place, and 10 people joining us tonight, of course. As you can see on the stream title, it is round 3, and round 3 brings us all the way out into Imola with the 10 drivers joining us today. Next weekend we're going to go for the sprint race in, I cannot remember actually, but we've got a sprint race next weekend, so a bit of a longer one on the Friday next week, which could be nice. But welcome in to everybody in the chat. Like I mentioned, there's about 15 people currently sat in here. If you're there, make yourself seen, say hello. It'd be nice to hear from you all, like I did earlier on before the stream actually started. I hope you're all having a good day, as 10 people is going to be in the session today, and for the race that will be coming up after this qualifying session. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We've still got a whole qualifying session to complete. And let's go down the drivers, shall we? There's a few new people actually here at DCD from what we've seen before. Stokes Slot, who I have actually got a bit of past experience with, seeing him before. He's actually in my new league as well now. So Stokes in the Sauber out there at the moment. We've got Magic in second, Ryan who is still here with us, Robert in fourth, Floyd Pink, of course, Lando, Uncle Lando now. It's not Nike, it's TTV Uncle Lando, which of course we all know him as Nike, or whoever you know him as. Still the same man then in that McLaren. XJB in 7, Chuck Norris 8, Bramble 9, and Egil in 10. Who's actually in another league that I'm in as well, as I do see him about a little bit. But 14 minutes on the clock for qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan to the top of the timing balls there with a 1 minute 15.5 so far in the early stages here in qualifying. You want to try and get your laps in as early as possible, just in case something crops up, and people are doing that right now. Magic into P2. He's a second down on Ryan on times there, which is not too good from him. Stokes Slot then going out now to begin his flying lap, and let's go on board with the Sauber. 5th gear, 6th gear, the car doing everything that has been asked of it so far, but will that continue through the rest of this this qualifying session, and most importantly through the rest of this track? No, it will not. He has gone over the line there and invalidated his time, unfortunately. Ryan then on provisional pole at the moment from Magic. XJB slots in 3rd, and Bramble in 4th with clearly not a presentable time there. Somebody going off the track in front of him, not too sure who that was. Looks like a Haas, I think, that he went past. Maybe XJB, yes it was, who's getting out of the way, as Uncle Lando 1 minute 14.990, and he puts it on provisional pole in the early stages. It is 6/10 faster than Ryan. Everybody who put a time on the board beforehand couldn't get through. Garrison, my co-commentator, has joined the game. I'm not too sure what he's doing in there, unless he's coming to commentate with me. But anyway, yeah, 13 minutes to go, everybody. Uncle Lando currently on provisional pole, which you I've got to like to see. The man puts in the work, and he will be very happy with being at the top of that timing balls. I'm not too sure if he's streaming today, but yeah, hopefully he is, and hopefully he can do well today. Bramble in second then with 12 minutes to go in qualifying. Ryan's in third now after being on provisional pole for a lot at the start, but he's been completely overtaken and beaten now by Bramble and Uncle Lando at this moment in time. Magic in 4, XJB 5, Stoke Slot then is in 6 without a time on the board at the moment. He did try to put a time on the board, and he didn't actually reach this point on the last lap because he invalidated, but here we go, he's going even further this time. Pushing on them as fast as he can is Stoke Slot in the Sauber, and here in DCD, what can he do today? 6th place at the moment, and not a time, but this will be his first time over the second sector line. It's a 51.370 for Stoke Slot then, but will it be a decent time? Will it be good enough for the Sauber as he heads towards the end of this lap then? Here in Imola, it's Uncle Lando on pole, provisional pole, Bramble second, Ryan third, Magic in 4, XJB's 5, then comes Stoke Slot, who's going to head around the final corner. He's going to pass the Mercedes once he goes into the pit lane, and Stoke Slot over the line. Can he get himself any higher up that grid order? It's P5, it's a 1 minute 16.972, and he will take that any day over XJB then at this moment in time. Ryan invalidated, Bramble invalidated, Uncle Lando is in the pit lane, currently sitting quite pretty then on time. Bramble did close the gap to him and Lando, but say the chat is absolutely blooming today. We've got Garrison. It is very, very nice to see 15 people, and 7 o'clock must be. 7 o'clock must just be the prime time to commentate the stream then, because everybody must be on around and on the game or on the phones or whatever that you're doing. But 10 minutes to go then of qualifying, and of course 10 people that we have here today. Still 3 that haven't put a time on the board. Robert Newbert then, who is new here at DCD, I think joined today actually, is out there on track then. He's on an out lap at the moment, so we'll go round to him soon once he begins his flying lap. We've got Egil coming out of the pit lane now to start his flying lap, and who was that? Floyd Pink to third place then, one of the guys that didn't set a time. Now he has, and made an absolute statement today in qualifying. Third position then for Floyd Pink. Ryan in fourth now, being dropped down by his teammate into the second row of the grid, the front of the second row of the grid, and the two Aston Martins at the moment lock out the second row. But let's see how this progresses, of course. Garrison is now in the race. I'm not so sure if he's actually in the league or not, but Robert is fastest in the first sector, you'll be happy to hear. Now let's see what this will be then for this man. He's brand new here at DCD, trying to prove his worth, trying to prove himself to the rest of the people here in this league. Quite a new league as well, and trying to find their footing. And drivers like this putting on the fastest times is what is going to help them here. It's 2 fastest sectors, 1 and 2 then for Robert. It is purple Sector 1 and Sector 2, 8 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Everybody pretty much has put a time on the board now, apart from Robert and Egil. And as we round the final corner, he will head towards the line. Robert, will it be a fastest lap? It is provisional pole, 1 minute 14. It's 9/10 faster than Uncle Lando. Where has that pace come from? It is rapid, it is amazing. And Robert in the RB is on provisional pole and definitely set to take pole position. That is nearly a whole second faster than Uncle Lando. That is incredible time. What's Garrison doing? He can race if he wants, but he needs to go into the Red Bull if you can let him know, Jack. Garrison, it says you're still in the chat. If you are, you can race. Just make sure you go in the Red Bull. I'm going to send you a message as well, just in case you didn't hear that. Hang on. Right, we'll see. We'll see what comes out of that. But welcome in to everybody in the chat at the moment. 14 of you currently joining us. Very nice to see indeed. The 14 of you in the chat today. But then, let's see what is going to happen between now and the end of qualifying. We've still got 7 minutes to go and a lot of time before the end, of course. So more time for laps. But Robert with an absolute astonishing time. Orlando second. Not sure if he's going to be able to beat that or not. We'll have to just see. Bramble third. It's Floyd Pink in fourth. Then it's Ryan, who now goes to second with a nearly a 6th, 10th improvement. But he's still... He still is 8/10 off Robert's time in first. That is pretty big, if you ask me. Pretty big gap for that man. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. You never know. We never know before the end of qualifying. Anybody could take this still. It's all up for grabs as XJB with a 3/10 improvement in the middle sector. Now towards the line for XJB in the Haas. He's going to activate that rear wing. DRS is activated, and it'll be a 6th, 10th improvement, but it's P9 as Garrison rejoins, so he must have got the message. So we'll see if he can get in that Red Bull or not. Hopefully he can. As he's left him on. I was going to say he's already been in the Ferrari, so I don't know if he can actually jump in the Red Bull now. But here we go. Let's see. Anything going on? Yes, with Ryan. Never mind, he goes off the track. I forgot he already put a toe on the board, didn't he? 2nd place as well. Right then, anybody in the chat, if you were able to type, because there was a few of you in the pit lane, you can say, I'll let him know, Nike. Hang on. But 5 minutes to go of qualifying. Anybody in the chat that can message, you can. You're more than welcome to leave your predictions for who's going to take pole position here in qualifying. Garrison in the chat bringing back the old account. Is what do you mean? The Twitch account or the Xbox account? Hey, it's nice to hear from you, anyway, mate. It's been a while. Hope you're doing all right. But yeah, 12 people here today now as Garrison hopefully is going to be rejoining. But yeah, like I mentioned, if you're in the chat, put your predictions in. The 15 of you that are currently sat in there. If you're not on the lap, which Uncle Lando is, and we're going to stay on board with him because hopefully he can put a good time on the board. If you look at that, there's a 9/10 difference, about a second nearly actually, between him and Robert, and he's down on time in the first sector. It isn't looking like Uncle Lando can improve. Now, maybe he can, maybe he's stronger in the next 2 sectors, but the course, but let's see. Have I been kicked? I think I've been kicked. Oh, I might need an invite, guys. If anybody's in the chat, pop me in a quick invite, please, if you could, because I don't know if I'm friends with anyone on Xbox that's actually in the game. Yeah, lads, I'm going to need an invite if someone can send me one. That is not ideal. Cheers, Nike. Can always count on you. Right, let's go. Oh, not joining that one, wrong one. Nike. Let's go. Cheers, mate. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't think it's worked. Wait. You might have to send one more. Hate to be a pain. Yeah, possibly one more if you can. It didn't do it. I don't know why. Cheers, mate. Right, let's try it now, shall we? Let's go. Let's try and get back in the game before the end of qualifying. Of course, one of the most important bits. These F1 servers recently are really not good. They're really not. Reset your game if it does. Yeah, no, it's alright now, mate. Okay then, everybody. Let's get back into it. Here for qualifying, and there should be about 2 minutes to go if I'm correct. 2 minutes 10 seconds, I'm guessing. Or 2 minutes 17. Right then, let's see. 13 people here today now, as we've got a new driver. I don't know how the hell I'm going to pronounce that, so I'm just going to call him. I don't know actually. Nip. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. I'll work it out. But okay, 1 minute and 55 seconds of qualifying. Robert is out on a flying lap. I mean, that's quite a scary sight, isn't it? Because he's already dominating everybody else. Ryan's in second. Then we've got Lando in third. He's on his way out of the pit lane now, and we'll see what he is able to pull out of the bag. Off the track there, Floyd Pink in that Aston Martin. Then we've got Bramble 5, Chuck Norris in 6, Magic in 7. Stokeslot is currently in 8 on time. The 1 minute 16.5. He's a 10th behind Magic, so if you can find a bit more time, he'll be able to get himself up there, but you never know, we'll have to see. XJB 9 and Energize. I mean, this man, not seen him race for a while. I don't think I've ever commentated on him before, which is quite a cool thing. He's normally here with me in the commentary box, but today he is out there on the track, on the second account as well, on the other account, and he is out there in the Red Bull today, so we'll see what time he can do. This will be his one and only time in this qualifying session. So let's see what he's able to do. He's out on a flying lap now, and I don't know if he's actually on the lap now or not. I think he's invalidated, but he's still going to go as fast as he can because he needs to get to the line before that time runs out. We'll see if he can get over the line, see if he can get an actual time on the board. If not, he'll start from the back probably, and it should be a maybe a decent start if he can weave his way through the action in the field. Into the pit lane goes Floyd Pink. That is it for his qualifying. Cemented in P4 or lower now. So that man is completely finished. Bramble 5 as he's out there invalidated. Bramble is out of qualifying. Chuck Norris now 6th position. He's out there beginning his lap. 18 of you in the chat. You guys are amazing today. Absolutely amazing showing. 18 joining us this evening. You've got to love it. Thank you for being here. And we're about to witness the end of this session today. Let's see what happens. Off the track there goes the Mercedes of Magic. Not Magic, sorry. It was Egil then trying to put his first time of this evening. Robert then invalidated, finishing on provisional pole at the moment. Ryan can't improve. Uncle Lando out there into the first sector. Can he improve then? We'll have to have a look once we get this up. He is a 10th up then. It's not going to be enough, but it is still time. And it is definitely going to be enough to get into second place and start on the front row of the grid. Now, this is for second place for Uncle Lando. What can this man do? Changed his name. Has he found a bit more pace as well? Let's just see. The McLaren pushing on. This is it for qualifying. The time is complete. Uncle Lando pushing over the second sector. It is up by nearly 0.04 of a second in the middle sector now to the final third. All eyes watching Uncle Lando in third position. I don't know if you can hear me. Maybe the pressure might be getting to him, maybe not, but it doesn't show signs of that just at the moment. This man will never crack under pressure because he's too good. He's too good for the game. And around the final corner, here comes Uncle Lando. Can he take second place? DRS over the line. It's Uncle Lando to second place. It's a 2/10 improvement, a brilliant qualifying time. And starting on the front row for that man right there, Ryan Nabber in third, Floyd Pink 4. It'll be Bramble starting in 5, Chuck Norris 6 now, Energize 7, Stokeslot 8, Magic 9, XJB in 10. Then 11 goes to, I'm just going to call him Znip. Oh, that's horrible. I'm going to say ZYM. I'm just calling him ZYN because I don't know how to say his name unless he messages me and tells me. But that is it for qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you've enjoyed that. I do apologise about being kicked out. It's not something I can actually help. That is just the EA servers. But here we go then. Robert Newbert in the V car. 1 minute 14 flat, and it is provisional pole. Uncle Lando couldn't beat him. 6 tenths off the pace, but he did get himself on the front row of the grid. and he will be very happy with that. Race pace is different to quali pace, and who knows, he could take the lead into turn 1. Ryan, third place then, followed by Floyd Pink joining him on the second row. Bramble then comes with Chuck Norris as a pair on the third row. Energize on his first race here with Stokes Lot in 8th. They start on the 4th row, and Magic and XJB round off the 5th row of the grid. Moving down the grid, it'll be ZYN 12 and Egil in 13 for the Grand Prix. Discount Garrison because he won't be there in, of course, that account. He's here as Energize in P7 then. But a brilliant qualifying for majority of drivers. But let's see what the Grand Prix has got in store for us. Onto the race, in the words of Garrison in the chat. Absolutely right. And yeah, I was saying earlier, you're normally in here with me, but now watching you on the track, which is never normally something that I've ever done. But today is the first time for that, and hopefully the Grand Prix is a good one. Remember, everybody in the chat, please, if you're listening, 5-minute break, please do not ready up. Let everybody do their setups and strategies. Wait for Nike in the chat to get going, else we will have a restart. It is 4 minutes till we'll get going. We're going to go at half past 7, Nike says in the chat, so please make sure you go ahead with that, as in the past we've had to have a lot of restarts and it's not fair on everybody else, so please just abide by the rules. And it seems, so far it seems okay. So brilliant, guys, brilliant stuff. Anyway, I would normally put the Grand Prix starting soon screen on, but you know, we've got 3 minutes. Not going to do that. Or I could do, actually. But no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to sit with you lot, because why not? There was 18 people in here, about 16 now, on average, which is pretty crazy. Don't normally get these numbers anymore. This is Jack Crossley Comms last year, this is, which is, you know, nice to see. When I say last year, I mean 2 years ago, actually, now. I forget we're in 2025. But yeah, this is Jack Crossley Comms in his prime before. But no, I'm back with the numbers. Thanks for being here, everybody. I really do appreciate it. It actually goes a long way. And yeah, I couldn't be more grateful. But Chuck Norris in the chat, getting involved in the messages. We've got Garrison in there as well, of course. He said crappy qualifying. He was on for P3, which is interesting, actually. It would have been cool to see him up there. His first race of this season, and would have been dominating the grid in qualifying, but unfortunately didn't happen. I'm very good, thanks, Chuck. How are you doing? As the chat is, I love it when the chat's lively, and I don't know if you can ever tell, but you can probably tell with the commentary. The commentary's always a lot better when the chat's going, because I don't know, it's just it puts me in a better mood because everyone's talking and we can have a chat. So if you ever hear me sounding miserable in a stream, just get involved in the chat and you'll absolutely get the I can't even get the word out. Make it worth it. It would be a lot better. But anyway, I can't even brain right now. Garrison says let's have a good one. Absolutely. Good luck, everybody. You got a minute left to have a break, and then we are going to get into it. So it's going to be very exciting. I'll sip my water. Get ready, because past is your race start. See you in a sec. Pro gamer, mate. No, I didn't see the incident. What happened there? Didn't see it. But you know what? Might as well. Real quick. Is this going to come up full screen? Yes, it is. A bit of promo for myself on the stream. VRL season begins out in Monza, ladies and gentlemen, this Monday, live from 6:40 PM. Only on the Jack Crossley Comms channel. Maybe on the YouTube too, but it's past now. Make sure you're there for that one. It's going to be a very good one indeed. So make sure you are there. I know a few people in this chat are going to be there, of course, because they are in the league. But all eyes now to the Grand Prix. DCD, let's go, lads. Keep it clean from the big boss. And we are going to get ourselves going in a few moments' time. Here we go. The numbers are big in the chat. All waiting then to watch this Grand Prix start, and let's see how well it goes. Barks in the chat, how you doing, mate? It's good to see you in here. We've got a lot of variety here today. So many people have messaged in this chat today. That's why DCD needs all the love it should get. But anyway, the formation that begins, and we get going here today. The car's out on the track. The Grand Prix hasn't begun yet, but we have got the drivers out there now. Drivers to watch then, everybody. I definitely note this. Drivers to watch. Robert Newbert in the RB has joined us here in DCD. All of a sudden, he is absolutely rapid and dominating. At the minute, the only person that seems to be able to maybe challenge him is Uncle Lando in second. He still was 6/10 off the pace in qualifying. But that might not mean anything because, of course, Grand Prix pace, race pace and qualifying pace is two completely different things, and you cannot judge off that at all. Today, hearing this Grand Prix is going to be the first time we're going to be able to fully judge on who is probably the fastest driver here today. Uncle Lando has got a bit of weight on his shoulders. He's got a new competitor here in the league who is completely taking the grid by storm in qualifying. Now, let's see how the Grand Prix goes, because for all we know, Robert could have rubbish race pace, and Lando's pretty decent with that, so we'll see. We'll see. It can be very contrasting, but let's see how it plays out then. Robert in first, Uncle Lando in second, Ryan third position starting on the grid. Floyd Pink in fourth. The two Aston Martins have locked out the second row of the grid. Easy has qualified from this formation lap, but to the 14 of you that are in the chat now at the moment, get yourselves ready, buckle up, buckle in, because the Grand Prix is about to begin. Robert Newbert in the RB is going to line up first then in the pole sitter spot on the grid. Bramble, Chuck Norris and Angel have disqualified from this lap around, so they are already automatically parked up on the grid. But 35 minutes into the stream, 3 weeks into the league, it'll be lap 3, round 3 it will be, ladies and gentlemen, once we get going. We're going to await the lights then as the final driver lines up. And here in DCD, new drivers this weekend. Let's see if it's all going to be worth it. Robert Newbert to get us going. 5 lights. And we are away. It's lights out and away we go. Robert Newbert, has he got a good start down into the first corner? There's a few people who haven't got off the line pretty well. I think Egil has not even started. Robert Newbert then into turn 1. He's got challenged from the inside of Ryan now. Uncle Lando down to 4. He's lost 3 positions already. Ryan into second on the challenge then. He is challenging the pole sitter. Nobody looked like they could challenge him in qualifying, but like I mentioned, the race is completely different. And the Aston Martin is looking for the move, but down the inside, someone that's more hungry for it is Bramble. Down into the inside line, but wasn't able to get through this time around. It wasn't opening up for him. And Ryan Nabber into second place, trying to hold off the car behind, whilst also trying to get the move on the guy ahead. This battle is going to ultimately help Robert stay ahead, really, but let's see how this progresses. Bramble trying to stay on the track there, an awful corner, which is going to help energise the new driver in this league today. Get his way to third. He said he was on for third in qualifying, and he's very nearly made it up in the race, but there was an awful line for him there, sent him offline, and he is now at risk from being overtaken by Uncle Lando. Bramble into second place then on lap 1 out of 32. Brilliant racing so far. Everybody being so clean about it. We've had the 5-minute break and everybody went along with that. It's good stuff so far. Energize his backside, slipping out just a little bit there. And now Uncle Lando with the better speed, with the confidence in this round. Can he go down the inside? Yes, he can. Uncle Lando to 4th position. Now Ryan Nabber is in 3rd as Bramble is into 2nd place. Now Uncle Lando, who lost 2 positions from where he is now, is back on the charge to get back where he was at the start of this Grand Prix, or even higher if he possibly can. That was very, very dangerous. Ryan nearly went into the side of Bramble now. He goes off the track. He doesn't benefit from that at all. Ryan with a 3-second penalty as well as a result. But now comes Uncle Lando and Bramble all trying to catch down 2nd place at the moment as Robert is 1.9 ahead and looking like he's going to dominate so far. Energized with the 2nd penalty of the Grand Prix then with a 3-second to his name on the second lap of 32. Going deep through the corner, there is Bramble, and off the track goes Ryan, and Uncle Lando in 2 laps has found his way back into second place. Not long it has took for him to do that, and very, very easily it was for him. Ryan with a 3-second penalty, energised now into 4th. It's a big kerfuffle of drivers behind now. What's going to happen? ZYN all the way from the back into 5th. This man has got some pace today, down into 5th position. Behind that, Stokeslot, a bit of a contact there with the Aston Martin of Ryan, who's dropped down from the start. The Aston Martin on the inside now. Ryan losing positions to 11, who goes into the pit lane. Not too sure what's happened with him, but something wrong with the car. XJB then into 9. Also, ZYN getting through past Energized, but we've got a 2 abreast then around the outside for Chuck Norris. Can he get through? That was beautiful around the outside, locking up going into the left-hander, but he very much did it, and he's very much ahead then into 8th position. Lap 3 of 32 in this Grand Prix, and Magical picks up a 3-second penalty. 13 people joining us in the stream chat. I hope you're all doing very well. It's been a brilliant 3 laps to the start of the Grand Prix. It really, really has. And so far, the racing has been awesome. But can we continue it? This man of Floyd Pink chasing down Chuck Norris. Of course, the 2 mates who both run the league together, along with Uncle Lando, who is far up the grid at the moment in 3rd position. Bramble managed to find his way through to 2nd place. But are we going to get any more moves then as we head up towards the line in a few moments' time? That is the next longest piece of straight here in Imola. It's not really even straight. It's very, very curvy and bendy. But here we go. The Aston Martin of Floyd looking towards Chuck Norris. Can he make a move on the Williams? He is on the backside. He's trying to make his way through at this moment in time as Bramble picks up the fastest lap. But at the moment, Floyd Pink is not able to do so. But that was before. This is now. Can the Aston Martin make his way towards the Williams to make the move and make the pass? Yes, he can. It's 8th position for Floyd, and he's into 8th with ease. Energised with a 3-second penalty. Another one then in this race here in Imola. He's dropping back as Bramble now with a 3 as well. People picking up these penalties like they are absolutely nothing. Robert, though, is 2.6 ahead of the pack. Bramble's now 2nd. Lando, trying to catch up to Bramble in 2nd, but there's a 2nd gap then between them 2 at this moment in time, and at the moment isn't looking like Lando is able to catch, but maybe that will change as Magic gets overtaken by Stokeslot, who's making his way back through the pack. He was involved in a bit of contact earlier on, but clearly not affecting him by too much because he's already making the positions back. Robert now with a 3-second penalty, and Bramble is still not in with a chance of the provisional lead there because he's got a penalty as well. So Uncle Lando is probably the closest man to be picking up the race win at this moment in time on lap 4 of 32, but we've still got a long, long way to go. Do not underestimate this race though, because anything can happen here in Imola, and so far we have had some brilliant racing. Even more to come as Magic then trying to gain on Stokeslot. Stokeslot is rapid. Forget about this, let's move behind because Floyd Pink on Magic round the outside with absolute ease. It was graceful even from the Aston Martin into 7th position for Floyd Pink. Easy stuff for that man into 7. Now he's got Stokeslot in his sights to make the overtake on, and how easy will that be for that man right there? Is it going to be easy? Is it not going to be? We'll just have to see as he does his absolute best to catch. Trying to go through there, the Aston Martin of Floyd Pink, but wasn't able to then at this moment in time. But lap 5 of 32, it's been great so far, and it's still going to continue to be great in this race then at the moment. If you are in the chat and not racing, make sure you say hello. Maybe you've got some predictions about how the race is going to end. Definitely let me know if that is the case. And that'll be pretty great. But ladies and gentlemen, let's see what is going to happen. Ryan with a 3-second penalty at this moment in time. But here we go. The Aston Martin on the backside of Stokeslot, the man that has been racing pretty well so far in this race on lap 6 of 32 and throughout as well. But Floyd Pink is pulling it back. A Mercedes behind it. Magic into the gravel now as he brings this up. Oh, with the Haas as well. It wasn't just him. XJB as well went off. There was a bit of contact between them clearly, and they both went off the track there into the gravel. Energized yet again with a 3-second penalty, unfortunately. But we're going to continue to watch this battle here with these guys come off the track together. And now the Haas car gets through past Magic into 9th position. But, ladies and gentlemen, maybe move between Floyd and Stokes. These guys have been going at it for a few laps. And also, let's not forget this as well. This is getting closer. ZYN, he started, where did he start? Let's see. He started down in 12th position. He's now up into 2nd. The two RBs are going to try and make it an RB1-2 then in this race, if that is possible for them. But it's been a brilliant, brilliant drive from ZYN. Definitely driver of the day so far with that. What a brilliant, brilliant comeback. He started in 12, 1 position away from the back of the grid. Now into 2nd place, 1 position away from the lead. This man is something else here today in DCD as he guns for his teammate. Maybe he's fast enough. He didn't actually set a time in qualifying, and maybe he didn't show his true pace as he's driving fairly quick. Bramble with a 3-second penalty now. He's down in 4 at this moment in time. But lap 7 of 32. I hope you're all enjoying this race so far as much as I am. It's very good. At this moment in time, it really, really is. You cannot go wrong with a race like this. Always good for the action, always good to keep the hype up. But yeah, stream is going quite nice at this moment in time. Over the line for Bramble in 4, and he's up 1 position from where he started. Why did I get rid of the times? There we go. Lap 8 of 32 though, yeah, and ahead is ZYN as Uncle Lando, as I missed it, got back through to 2nd place. Sorry about that. Brilliant stuff from the McLaren. ZYN with an awful corner there, losing time as well. It's just the game they've got to play now of who's going to get a better lap each time round. Magic with a 10-second penalty for speeding in that pit lane. Must have misjudged the braking point, unfortunately. And now with a time penalty for that one, and a big one as well, 10 seconds on the 8th lap of 32. Still a good little while to go, and halfway will be about halfway is lap 16 of 32. Which means we are a quarter way into this race. 1 quarter way into the race, ladies and gentlemen. Which is nice to see. And halfway will be just around the corner at this rate. Here comes Robert then towards the line. And he makes it lap 9 for himself here today. XJB with a penalty. But who is ahead? Oh, that is a big gap. Robert from Uncle Lando, 6.9, everybody. Is he going to be able to gain, though? That's a big gap indeed. Magic with a 3-second. Speaking of penalties, too many of them. Let's go through them, shall we? 16 for Magic. We've got Ryan with 9. XJB with 3. Energize in 5th with 9. Bramble with 6. And first is Robert with 3 seconds of penalties then, which means Lando has only got to gain 3 seconds then to actually be within distance of the race win and provisional lead. But we'll see what he's able to do today. You never know. ZYN with a 3-second penalty as well. You see, Lando is I don't want to jinx him, but as Lando was in another penalty, Lando is out there at the moment, 2nd place in the McLaren. I hope he doesn't get any penalties, because if he doesn't, it will really pay him well, because everybody around him has got the penalties. He's going to be sitting quite pretty, actually, without them penalties, and he won't really have to worry too much. But over the line for him, it's lap 10 of 32 now, and 22 before the end, as a Mercedes of Magic is right into the barrier, I think, as he resets the track. Don't know if that's allowed in this league or not. If it's not, it was caught on camera. Here comes the Alpine on ZYN. the man that keeps racking up the penalties, the man that got into second place. Chuck Norris now past Energized to 5 as well. But can Bramble make his way through past ZYN? Maybe it's possible, maybe it's not. It's definitely not with a line like that for the Alpine, unfortunately. But Energized now dropping even more positions to 7th place, and Chuck and Floyd pulling each other through the pack. Energized now down to 7. It's not looking great for that man at this moment in time, but lap 10 of 32. And we've got Robert 7.8 ahead of the rest of them at this moment in time. What Uncle Lando could really do with right now is for Robert to pick up another penalty, but that isn't always going to happen, is it? So we'll have to see how that works out. But you never know. You never know what's going to happen in a race this long. Always fluctuates. It'll always change. Oh, battling. Battling? What am I about? Safety car. I picked the completely wrong word there. Battling. Safety car. Everybody. In today's race is Energized. Is out. I don't know if that was on purpose or not. But he is gone. Energized is gone. And we have a safety car. Lap 11 of 32. And Robert is already caught up with that thing. And everybody else in the pit lane. That goes for Uncle Lando coming out now. Bramble in the pit lane. ZYN coming out is Chuck, Floyd, Stoke Slot. Ryan stays out. XJB crawls into the pit lane now. I think that's Garrison's AI in 10th. It is Garrison's AI, yeah. Magic coming out of the pit lane in 12th. Oh, God, I apologise about that if you just heard. Just choked on my water somehow. I couldn't contain the cough. I coughed and then I had to yank the mic out. I didn't want to deafen you. Wow, that was awful. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, hope you're all having a very nice day. Of course, a safety car is out. It's lap 12 of 32 in this race. And Ryan gets a 10-second penalty on the track at this moment in time. We've seen a lot of big penalties. Garrison's definitely backing that car now as we saw him join. That is definitely Garrison joining racing, not an AI. So nice to see him back, and lucky that he is quite lucky that he's had 2 accounts to have a go with today. He's had double chance, but Lap 12 of 32, of course, like I mentioned, still on the safety car. We're not going in this lap around, so we've got another lap to go. Ryan, for some reason, has left, so that's going to put him in AI mode at this moment in time. So, not sure what's going on there. Possibly he's going to join back, but we'll just have to see what's going to happen in terms of that. Right then, lap 13 of 32. You know what, while we're sat in this downtime, let's have a look at my Twitch, shall we? You see how many followers we've got at the moment. We are currently sat with 14 people in the chat and a lovely 545 people that have clicked that follow button, which is very, very nice indeed. So if you haven't already, make sure you click the follow button. Well, annoyingly, you'll always get a notification probably that I've gone live. So that is completely your choice. But the safety car coming in at the end of this lap, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready to go racing again. 16 people in the chat. And the race about to be resumed. Safety car came out because of Energize. But he's back. Garrison now in P10. And we are racing again. Roberts in the lead. Can he get a good lead from Uncle Lando? Or can Lando chase him down? This is his big chance here, actually. Can he make that move? The McLaren cannot on this time around. Garrison now into 7th position, making the moves on everybody. Not a bad start then from the Ferrari. Uncle Lando trying to make the move on Robert. He was right there then on the backside of the V-carb. He could see the driver in the cockpit. It was that close, but that time around he couldn't get through. Can he now try and stay within touching distance to give it another shot on next lap around? Possibly, just possibly, but it is going to be hard for him to stay within distance, or is it? He is right there on the backside. This man now with the slipstream, he is going to do absolutely everything he can on the backside of the V-carb. This is his one and only chance, and he's going to absolutely take it. Can he try down the inside? No, he can't. He's going to hold on to it, though. It's a better line out of there for Uncle Lando. Can he capitalise on it? Yes, he can. He'll go right round the inside, and his one chance is going to get taken. He goes round the outside, and Uncle Lando takes the lead in the Grand Prix. It's a brilliant move. One of his only chances he would have got today, and he's absolutely took it today without even thinking. Uncle Lando leading the race. Now fighting back Robert Newport then coming through second place now, leading again into the lead. Uncle Lando demoted to second place. ZYN as well is into third. This man, oh, Uncle Lando with a 3-second penalty. That is bad stuff. But now everybody's equal. Fair racing, which is quite nice to see. ZYN is going to try and get into second. His main target is Uncle Lando to make it a RB12. XJB with a 5-second penalty, 3-second penalty, sorry. But ladies and gentlemen, it is lap 15 of 32. Next lap is half race distance in this Grand Prix. Uncle Lando in the McLaren doing absolutely everything he can but stay between touching distance of Robert Newbert then. But is it going to happen as Bramble with a 3-second penalty? Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. Uncle Lando, can he make the move again where he did earlier on? Or is he going to strategically stay back and he will be the man to overtake down into turn 1? Maybe one of them is the better option, but this time he can't get the move on this time around. Let's see though, is he fast enough heading down the straight? Just possibly as he makes his way up. Can it happen? Into the pit lane goes Robert Newbert then. which is not what we were expecting, as Uncle Lando, of course, carries on, Bramble carries on, ZYN, Floyd Pink, Garrison, XJB, everybody carries on, apart from Robert into the pit lane. I'm not too sure what he's changing, it's just the tyres, and he goes on to the mediums again. So he's pitting again then in this race. He will be pitting again, surely. Anyway, enough of that. Back to the front. Lando leading now. Quite nice as well with a 7/10 lead. That is in it. Brilliant stuff from Lando. But can he try and stay ahead is the question. Doing everything he can at this moment in time for Mr. Lando in the McLaren, leading his fastest in the middle sector too. Them mediums are definitely not wearing off. They're working absolute wonders for him at the half race distance now. Another 16 laps to go before we reach the end of the Grand Prix, as Magic with a 3-second penalty, ladies and gentlemen, in this race. Robert in 8, Ryan in 9 at the moment. They just swap positions as well, I think. Oh, hang on a minute. Bramble leading the race. Where's this come out of? Into turn 1. Bramble into the lead in the Alpine. Uncle Lando taking now 2nd place, having to drop back. ZYN is currently still in 3rd. Can this man maybe find his way up the order? We'll just have to see, as he's in 3rd position at the moment. It's a fastest first sector for ZYN though. He is driving fast. Ryan is finally back in the game. He's down in 9 now. XJB with a 3-second penalty on lap 17 of 32. I just got a bit excited there. Bramble off the track. It's Uncle Lando into the lead. ZYN into 2nd place, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we like to see from Lando in the McLaren, now leading the race with an hour into the stream. Still half race distance left, everybody. There's Magic with a 3-second penalty, and a safety car has been deployed again for an incident with Bramble spinning around into the barrier now. Another safety car deployed, 2 of them now as Bramble retires from the race. ZYN into the lead as he stays out. Uncle Lando makes the pit stop. Maybe it's a good idea. Robert with a drive-through penalty. It's a big one for the fast driver. Wow. Magic with a 10-second penalty as well. But oh my, big penalty for the top dog in this league at the moment, P7. He is currently sat at. He pitted for the new mediums, but now he's going to have to take a drive through the penalty, the pit lane before that penalty runs out, and then he'll get penalised even further. So he is going to have to make sure he does it. I pit and we cooking, says Garrison. What we like to hear, that is indeed. Lap 18 of 32 then. We've still got the 20s, and then we've got 2 laps in the 30s. Bramble says he gave up, which is, okay, fair enough. Out of the race. But there's ZYN is out there on track, on the hard, so of course can stay out. Oh, he's on, no, sorry, no, he pitted earlier on actually, under the safety car, so that man has pitted. Magic with 4 stops. I've just realised as well with Robert, yeah, no, he still have to pit again because he was on the hards, surely. I'm not too sure what's going on with Robert actually. No, he was on the mediums, I think, wasn't he? So I thought he's got the same tyre on, but I don't know actually. He must have been on the hards. when he came into the pit lane. Rob went hard to medium. Oh, fair enough. No, I thought I saw the medium. I was so confused. I was like, why has he got onto the same tyre? But, yeah, no, never mind. So, fair enough. Right then, safety car in this lap. We can get rid of all the boring stuff and we can get going once again in this race. Ladies and gentlemen. Right, let's get going with it, shall we? The race about to resume for the second time today. You think we've had enough of it. Hopefully no more. But Garrison now is into second place. He pitted. He's cooking. He's doing absolutely everything he can to win this race on his first round here, and he could possibly do it. Garrison now, second place in that Ferrari, getting side by side with the V-Carb. After the race, when the race gets restarted, this is cutting it close for Garrison. He doesn't get a good jump though, as ZYM with a perfectly executed jump there. He caught him a bit, but now can Garrison try and come back? He is going to use everything he's got on lap 20 of 32. 12 laps to go. He can't make the move yet. Stokes slot on Ryan Nabber, getting through to 8th position. But can Ryan try and fight back? Switch underneath there. The brilliant switch back for the Aston Martin. And he is through. This is a nice move as well. Robert now making the position into third. This guy is faster than everybody else here at the moment. And making his way through the pack. Uncle Lando down in 5. Trying to fight cleanly here with XJB. Will we get a good battle? Looking like that is going to be the case. As the McLaren around the outside, Uncle Lando, he sent someone spinning. I don't think it actually was him, but XJB sent himself spinning onto the gravel there. It wasn't to do with Nike. And XJB onto the gravel. It is ZYN in the RB, leading from Garrison, from Robert, who is on the backside now, making contact as well. Could have been a bit of damage there from Robert, but it's a bit of push and shove from this man right here as Magic, with a 3-second penalty with 12 laps to go. Going round now to start lap 21 of 32, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan getting through past Stokes slot once again, which is nice to see. Skidding around there from Stokes. As now, making a move is Ryan Nabber into 7th. Never mind, sorry. Who's that making a move? Never mind. It's Magic who has been lapped, I think. What the hell? Anyway, sorry, I'm really confused what's going on there. Okay then, here we go. Robert on Garrison round the outside. Will he make it look easy? Floyd and Shook both get 3 seconds of penalties. We head round the outside with Robert Newbert, and a brilliant move. Now onto his teammate. At the minute, it is looking like an RB1-2. But will it stay that way in this race? One with the hards, one with the mediums, one with fresher tyres, one with older tyres. Let's see how this combination works for both the V-Carbs here today. Ryan with a 3-second penalty. There is 11 laps to go in this race, and we just watched a battle between the two same team drivers. Will we get a move between these? Trying to make the move around the outside line, wasn't able to this time around, but Robert is still going to push on and bring us on to lap 22 of 32. Ooh, it's the pit lane. It is not expected from Robert. Magic with a 10-second penalty as well. Is that going to be his drive-through penalty, actually? I think it is. He's got to serve it, hasn't he? I've just remembered. Wow. That's it, everybody. We've got in the pit lane, Robert, it was looking like an RB12. It has completely ruined this race. Down in 9 now. He's got to make up. If he wants to win, he's got to make up 8 positions. Ooh, Garrison spun around. Oh, safety car again. Safety car again. No, not another one in this race, everybody. Lap 22 of 32, though. There's 10 laps to go. And, yep, brilliant. Safety car is out. Garrison, though, will give him an opportunity to pit as he's got no front wing. Ryan with a 10-second penalty. Honest to God, the amount of penalties I've seen today. Who's that in the middle of the track? It's a Williams of Chuck Norris, who is out. Magic with a 10. Oh my God. Huge. Have I just missed a collision there or something? Looks like I missed something pretty big, actually. But lap 22 of 32, of course, like I mentioned, safety car is out. A lot of people went in the pit lane, and I mean a lot. But Uncle Lando is out there on the track. He stayed out. This is his chance to win. Can he take it with a full grasp? We'll have to see. Safety car still out then, everybody. It's lap 24 of 32, and that means we've got 8 more to go. So I think by the time you get racing, it'll be probably 7 laps to go, 6 laps to go, I'd say, before the end, once we finally get around to that time, but that shouldn't be long from now. Right then, it's lap 24 of 32 still. Again, of course, we haven't actually finished this lap around, but the race is about to get resumed pretty soon. It won't be going in this lap around, so that leaves us, that it means we're going to get going on laps. It'll be 6 laps to go before the end when we get racing again. Over the line then for the safety car, but Uncle Lando in the lead from ZYN, Floyd Pink in 3, Stoke Slot 4, Ryan in 5, then we've got Garrison in sixes. What is going on? Ryan retiring from the session. This is all going a bit crazy, isn't it? Nearly hitting people there. His AI going into the wall. Very, very dangerous from the AI there. But here we go. Stokes Lock warming up his tyres in that Sauber with only 7 laps to go now. So this is getting exciting. Not too long before the end, and once this safety car gets out of the way, we should get racing again, which is nice to see. Ryan left the league, by the way. He's not even one of the new guys, is he? I think he's been here for a few weeks. Oh, Ryan in the chat. Yeah, never mind. He was. Yeah, people are not happy with him. Let's say that. So, okay then, everybody. Lap 25 of 32, and the safety car is coming in at the end of this lap. I think yes, it is. It's drove miles into the distance. You can tell. Once it's like a tide going out, you see the safety car go off, and it's just the cars left then here today. Right then, get ready to go racing again. The safety car's in the pit lane. The drivers line up as a front, and here we go. Lap 25 on to lap 26. We are racing again here in Italy, here in Imola. Let's see what we can get. Stokes Lock going for 3rd place. Can he get a podium here today? It's good racing so far from the Sauber. He sticks it on the inside. It's fairly clean, to be fair, from Stokes Lock into 3rd, and it's a brilliant move. Now trying to gain on 2nd place. Uncle Lando behind Floyd Pink and Garrison battling hard. Garrison's gone around again, I think. In 4th, no he hasn't, very nearly though. It was an awful corner for him as he loses positions. Now around the outside of Garrison is XJB trying to try his chances, as now he's got Robert Newbert trying to go past him. But this man, who got stopped at his tracks by penalties, is now making his way back up through the grid. He's got through past Garrison marginally. Can he try and stay ahead for the foreseeable future though? He's on the inside line. Can he try and get a better line on the outside? Garrison gets hit. Garrison goes around again for the 3rd time this race. And he's retired from the race. There, that is it for Garrison. Uncle Lando with a 3-second. Magic with a 3-second as well in this race. Garrison's retired. No more safety car though, ladies and gentlemen, with 6 laps to go. Here we go, over the line for ZYM. Robert with a 3-second penalty. And we have got purple sector as well for ZYM. Fastest lap of the race. This man is quite quick. Didn't get to show us his speed in qualifying, but he's really showing his in the race now as the DRS is enabled, and all Lando needs to do is gain within 2 tenths then, closer now to get within 1 second to get himself, of course, within that DRS, and hopefully in chances of getting through past ZYN. But we'll have to see if that is possible or not. 6 retirees today, and we're left with 7 in this Grand Prix. Only 9 in the chat now as well. We did have a max 18 earlier on, which is phenomenal. Thanks for joining me, everybody. But Stokes Lock with a 3-second penalty. You know what, speak of that, let's see penalties, shall we? Because they're pretty big today. 40, how has he not been disqualified? 41 seconds for Magic in 8. Huge stuff. Floyd, try down the inside of Stokes Lock. You can't do it at the moment. We've got 6 seconds for the top 3. It's 3 for Stokes Lock, 6 for Floyd, 12 for XJB, and 41 for Magic. Here comes Floyd Pink now, down the inside of Stoke. It didn't happen that time around, but it was looking like he might be able to soon. He's only just there. Can he make a move then? Here comes Floyd Pink on the Sauber. Robert with the fastest lap. Towards the line goes Floyd on the Sauber. Down the inside, it's the Aston Martin into 4th place. He's on 6 seconds of penalties. Stokes is on 3, so at the moment he's got a game 3 seconds further ahead for him to be safe then at this moment in time, ladies and gentlemen. So he is going to try and do that. That is his next little mission on the track at the moment. But lap 28 of 32, 4 laps to go in this Grand Prix. The laps are really coming down now. ZYN is still leading. Uncle Lando 1.3 behind and still trying to gain. Here we go then towards the line. Magic with another 3 second. How is he not disqualified? That it actually baffles me at the minute. He's 44 seconds of penalties. Robert even faster out there on the track at the moment with the fastest lap of the grid for the RB team. But ZYN 1.3 ahead of Uncle Lando. Both equal on penalties. So if ZYN can get a penalty, that will help Lando massively. If Lando gets one, he will be completely in the mud. So he doesn't want to get that, but he does get a bit of a snap there, the McLaren in second. Robert in third at this moment in time. Then it's Flo Pink in 4, Stoke slot 5, XJB in 6, and Magic in 7 with 44 seconds of penalties on lap 29 of 32. But here comes the drivers then up towards the end of the second sector, and led by ZYN still with 1.1 second gap now between him and Uncle Lando. Maybe Lando's better in the final sector because he's really gaining now. He is within a second nearly, very marginally close there. But he's lost a tenth, unfortunately. As we head down, he's lost 2 tenths of a second now. He's really up there. He gets a good final corner though, and towards the line. Garrison, oh, Robert into second. I didn't even see him coming. And at the moment, we're on for an RB12. It was looking like Robert was going to be leading that one. But now, ZYN might be the one to take it. Can Robert gain? This will be an absolute masterclass if it happens. Let's see. Garrison, the prophecy in the chat. Rob wins from Lando, then from ZYN. Let's see what is going to happen, because it looks like Robert is going to make his way towards the lead of this race. It is very much looking to swing that way at the moment, but we'll have to see if that is going to happen or not, ladies and gentlemen. Lap 30 of 32, of course. We're going to head round onto the penultimate lap once we head down the bottom of this hill and round the left twice. But Robert has got a 4/10 gap between him and his teammate, something Lando couldn't do at this moment in time. Let's see what Robert can do though on this time. It's now his time to shine and try and overtake the man that's been leading for many laps here today. Robert has been displaced out of his position. He's now going to take it back. Can he try? It'll be around the inside. He'll dive down the inside, brake later, confident on the brakes. That is the definition of confidence from Robert. And into the lead of the race. It's RB running 1-2 here in Imola. It's a brilliant stat at the moment for these two drivers. Uncle Lando, though, is 4/10 between him and ZYN. Magic with a disqualified from the session now. But Lando, can he gain on ZYN to make the move, to make second place his, and split the two RBs up? Here comes Lando as ZYN goes a bit iffy on the exit there. Gunning him down. He is going to absolutely do everything he can then. It's the penultimate lap onto the final lap in a few moments time into the final sector of the Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. There is a 3/10 gap between him and first and second place. Oh, Lando runs wide. He runs very wide there, loses a lot of time, half a second in it then in this race. He's got 1 lap to make up half a second at the moment and to make the move as well. Don't forget about that, but he's going to push. He's going to use all of his battery, use everything he's got round the final corner. Here comes Lando towards the line. Can he make a move on ZYN. Can he? It isn't looking like it at the moment. There's a 6/10 gap as ZYN's going to go for the lead again on his teammate around the outside. The battle of the RBs here in Imola. It's side by side. Who's going to come out ahead? Very clean so far. As now Lando makes contact with him. He still goes on. ZYN goes round. Lando saves the car from spinning and he's into second place. He's up a position. ZYN goes round. It's fourth position now, dropping back fifth now, losing all of the positions. All of the time that he's gained up in this race has all been lost in the matter of seconds. Robert Nubert then in the RB in the final lap of this Grand Prix. It's the third round of the season here in Imola and into the final third. Can Uncle Lando make that gap? He cannot with 2.1 in that time. But everybody equal on penalties in their top three. Ladies and gentlemen, Robert Nubert, the man that looked like he was going to be unstoppable. He got displaced from where he started. Big penalties affected it for him. But nothing is going to stop him. He came back through the order and took the lead over the line. Robert Nubert takes the win in Imola. Uncle Lando, after a tussle for the second place, takes the second place on the grid. It was very, very well executed for that man right there. And into third goes Stokeslot because Floyd with a penalty. That was a very unexpected end. Yeah, Garrison. It was... something you really couldn't put a pin in, but wow. Very, very exciting end to that race. Finishing results for you then, ladies and gentlemen. And here we have it. The finishing results for a great, great Grand Prix. Stream Boy in the chat. Stokeslot, first ever podium. Very proud of you, mate. Well done. Very, very well done today. Robert Nubert then taking the win from Uncle Lando in second. Brilliant drive from Lando and Nubert today. And Stokeslot with his first ever podium in third. Floyd Pink 4 just misses out on the podium with a penalty. ZYN down to 5 after spinning round. XJB 6. Garrison DNF'd, and below him everybody else is out of the race. But thanks for joining me, everybody. It's been a very, very fun night indeed. Hope you've had a good night of racing, and I will see you all next week, Friday, for the sprint race. Have a good week. Have a good week of racing, whatever you're going to be doing, relaxing, whatever you have got planned. And I will speak to you next Friday. Good night, everybody.